This is Byron Lazine and Nicole White, and you are tuned into episode 194 of The Real Word.
Word is up. Six weeks.
Oh, boy. All right. We've got a huge takeaway from the Tom Ferry Summit we're going to get into on the first Racket. We've got Opendoor news, and, of course, we've got a Marketeer of the Week. But before we get into the Tom Ferry takeaways, I happen to wear this.
You did.
For the first time, this shirt. If you're watching on YouTube, by the way, if you're watching on YouTube, hit that like button and the subscribe button for us, please.
So what was it called? It was called the happy hour.
I wore this
happy hour hot seat or hot seat happy hour.
Yeah, Tim Macy Kitty Day to put it on.
They did great turnout. They sold like over 500 tickets.
But that's not what I'm talking about.
The only thing, because I didn't go. I was unable to go this year. Unfortunately, my son turned 11 during the trip, and I couldn't do that to him. But people were glorious. They were lovely about posting, Instagram storying.
I'm trying to get to the part where you were texting that you hate this shirt.
Every person that tagged you with you on stage, I had the same comment.
Yeah.
What the hell is up with that shirt?
I love the shirt. I wore it to this show here just to haunt you and dominate you on this railroad.
I think it's great. I think I think you fell into the Texas hole. Yeah. You probably bought boots and a hat.
No, I did not buy boots.
Did you buy a hat?
No boots. No hat. no hats.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway,
all right.
Here we are.
My Tom Ferry takeaways from the 2021 Success Summit. Yeah. Okay. And you are going to react to my takeaways. You can give your 2 cents. You weren't there.
I was not there.
So you can't add much value in a form of a takeaway, but I have the takeaways ready to go. Okay?
Educate us.
All right. I got some stats to lead off. Mm-hmm. So first stat is, this is from the top 5 MLSs in the country, which make up a large percentage of the MLSs. Yes. Okay? So the top 1% of agents do 17.2% of the volume. Okay, so not transactions, volume, but that is, as Tom said, how we get paid,
right?
As real estate professionals, the volume. So the top 1% of agents do 17.2% of the volume. You always hear that stat that 20% of the agents do 80% of the work.
Yeah.
1% does
20%.
Is doing 20% of the volume, basically.
Right.
Okay, so there you go. 5% of agents, Nicole, do 37% of the volume.
Okay.
5% of agents are doing almost 40% of the volume.
Okay.
4 out of 10 million, every 10 million. 10%, here's a big one. 10% of the agents, the top 10%, do 51% of the volume.
Is this surprising you?
No, but these are bigger numbers than I even thought. Okay, so
they're right on. Look, 25%, 73. I mean, we always say the top 20 does the 80.
25%, 73.5% of the volume. Yeah. Now, those are huge numbers. Here's what's scary on the flip side.
Yep.
Consumers, and if you're an agent, you want to get this information out to your marketplace. These kind of numbers, these kinds of data, if you're a top agent. If you're not a top agent, you want to align yourself with top agents. Okay, so consumers have 68% chance of hiring an agent who has only done 0, 1, or 2 deals.
Yeah, 68%.
Wow. A 68% chance. So if a consumer's just out there, because we know consumers hire like usually the first person they talk to, or maybe the second person.
Well, especially now with Zillow.
They usually don't talk to more than 3 people, 3 agents. They have a 68% chance of talking to somebody who's never done more than 2 deals.
Hey, it's my aunt, or like it's my cousin, or my friend just got their license.
Or I just met them and I want to get the process over with.
Yes.
And so they have a really high chance of working with somebody very inexperienced or a non-professional.
Yeah, that's our word of the day today.
That is the word of the day.
Just to give you guys a side note, we've been using this word way too much lately.
Do you think the top 25% of agents,
I'm certain they're professional,
are being professional?
It's the way you say it. You're not just using the word professional. Anyway. I guarantee
using some tonality.
You are using. Ooh,
it's an important word.
What happened to you? Is it the shirt? Is it making you smarter?
It's making me much smarter. The flannel is
making you professional.
Yeah. Okay, so Nicole, here's another stat in alignment with these, and then I'll move on to my next big takeaway. 54,500 teams right now in the U.S.
Wow.
When you start thinking about teams, maybe 10 years ago, there wasn't this many. Teams have taken over. First guessed this a long time ago.
Yep.
Okay. Teams are going to take over. It has happened. It's over. Teams have taken over the industry. I was talking to a CFO of a big company, a top 10 real estate company. And he said, teams and the top producers on the team leader or whatever, they're like the NBA superstar that are dictating terms to the brokerage, the LeBron James, right? That are writing the ticket. Teams have that much control in the industry. So 54,000 plus teams in the U.S.
Well, the teams are way better at recruiting people too.
Way better.
Yeah.
And because they don't have an empty promise.
Right.
There are a lot of brokerages that have an empty promise.
Well, there's like true culture and support. Right.
1.6 million agents in the U.S. 230,000 of those agents are teams. Now, here's what's
on a team.
Or on a team.
Okay,
because we got 54,000 teams, which means some of these 54,000 teams.
So there's like 4 people on a team.
The average. So some of these teams are not a real team. They're
no.
Anyways, what's going to happen? 1.6 million agents. Is that number going to go up or down in the future? It's gone up recently, but
what's the question?
My question is 1.6 million agents over the next 5-10 years on average, is that number going to come down or increase? Are we going to need more agents or less
over the next 5 years?
Yeah,
I think we're getting more.
I think we're going to have more over the next 5. Okay,
well, I think we're going to get more over the next 3, and then we're probably going to drop off.
And if you go active agents, we're going to need less. Remember, 25% of agents are doing 75% of the business. So we're definitely
think about how many people, think about right now how it's almost easier right now to get your real estate license than it was pre-COVID.
Sure. Because
now you're Zooming. I mean, but I've seen some of those Zoom classes. My class was maybe like 25 people. These Zoom classes are like 200.
As some more of these disruptors open up shop and access to properties coming, and some of the things we've been talking about on recent Real Words, you're gonna see that number go down, active agents, okay?
You think?
Now, 230,000 people on a team, is that number over the next 5 years going to go up or down? More people joining team or less?
Of course, more people are joining
You're going to see less agents and more people on a team. As we move into these next 5-10 years, you think teams have control now? It's going to get even bigger. They're going to have more control. You're going to have bigger teams, really super teams, doing the majority of the business. This 25% of agents doing 75% of the business, 99% of the 25% is going to be a team operation.
Yeah.
Okay. So be thinking about that. If you're one of these agents, by the way, that is at 0, 1, or 2 transactions,
get yourself on a team.
Yeah. Be thinking about the best team in your market that you can learn from. That certainly aligns with your values, and go put in the work and become one of those agents that's in the top 10%, doing 51%
or in the top 1
of the business. So Seth Godin, a multiple times New York Times bestseller.
I feel like people really loved him. People really enjoyed him. He came on screen, right? He wasn't live.
He was not live. He was on screen. That's right. They did a good job with that, though.
It looked very vivid. Yeah, the coloring was vivid.
Yeah, it was good.
It was great.
It was some good technology there. Yeah, so good job on that, Tom.
Yep.
Seth said that he made a statement. Zillow is smarter than you, and that's a good thing, not a bad thing. Okay, so we've said this for a long time. Zillow's smarter than us. That's a good thing, not a bad thing. Why is it a good thing, Nicole? Why would you think it's a good thing? I'll give you the answer.
Well, no, give me the answer.
No,
I want to hear it.
No. Why is it a good thing?
That Zillow's smarter than us?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Tell me why.
Here's why. Zillow...
Smarter.
They're smarter than us. They've got all this data, right?
Right. Well, and leads. They have a ton of leads. They're generating leads.
Ton of leads. I mean, but that's not necessarily what's good. But if you're an expert in the market, right, and you're willing to provide all the options, we talked about this on last week's Real Word.
Yeah.
If you're willing to combine everything that's happening and provide consumers every option to solve the problem. Gary Vee always says, and, or lately, this is a big thing, and not or. And I have this option, and I'm an expert on what's going on with Zillow, and this is happening, and Opendoor might do this, and here's the 3 ways you can sell your house.
Okay.
Are you not going to come off being the expert in your marketplace, building the trust necessary to gain more clientele.
So he's saying by exploiting them, it makes you look even better. That's what makes it good. Use their numbers, use their tactics, use their offers.
He said students instead of prospects.
Okay.
Right? Being a student of this industry, I would say being a professional.
Oh my God.
There
it is.
Nicole and Bobby
I feel like we
have
need
heard
to have
this 100 times
maybe
today already.
Maybe we do like a professional counter, or like on the shows, like use like a clap, or people start laughing. Oh, by the way, that Lee Barr video. That was great.
That was a great video.
Did you watch it?
No, we should do that as the Marketeer. That was a great.
Well,
that's totally off topic.
Totally off topic, but I'm just
Agent
thinking
Lee
about
on
the
our
background.
team we did a Seinfeld spoof video.
It
That was
does,
a great listing video. Anyways, back to this: students instead of prospect.
Right.
Leaders are the opposite of clerks. Okay, if you're gonna let Zillow deliver the information, you're a clerk. If you're gonna break down what that means in an authentic way to your community, you're a leader. Big difference there. And then he talked about practice.
Okay.
You could pop Allen Iverson in here if you want, Bobby. I'm talking about practice.
You like your P's today.
Practicing your craft, being a professional. So he's somebody said, Seth, how are you such a good writer? Your blog is so interesting. Your weekly newsletter is so interesting. You've written so many books that so many people have bought. Well, the trick there is he writes every day. He doesn't take a day off. He writes every single day. So if you want to sell real estate, if you want to be a successful real estate, should you not practice knowing the market every single day? Should you not practice what you should be saying to help educate client, being a student instead of a prospect? Practice your game every single day. Practice doing video every single day. Just doing the video. You're not practicing. So practice.
You liked this day. This is a good day for you.
Love this. Love the Seth Godin nuggets. I think Jason Pantana put some takeaways from Seth on his Instagram. You can probably go check those out. Anyways, that was my takeaways from Seth. Last but not least, Tom said, and he said this on day one. This was one of the first things he said. Do not be vague. Don't be vague about what you want out of this business. Don't be vague about what your next 3 years looks like. Nicole, what do you want to do with your business over the next year?
Oh, you totally put me on the spot. You love
asking me. You don't have to answer.
Me that.
You can just give an answer.
Over the next year.
What do most people say? You don't have to say what you want, but what do most people say to that? What have you heard from agents over time when you say, "Hey, what's your goal? What do you want your business to look like over the next 12 months?" What have you heard people say?
Well, that's all over the board,
yeah,
right?
But give like a common answer.
I don't know, like they want to double their numbers, or they want to beat their number from last year,
or do you hear this one? I want to just build upon my business.
Well, yeah,
I want to get bigger.
They want to double it, or they want to have more numbers.
But I want to build. I want to build my business a lot.
Well, you hear that from new agents, like a base. Like, I want to build a base.
Having a license, being in business, and being one of those 68% that consumers have a chance of hiring the agent that does 0, 1, 2 deals is building a business.
Yeah.
If you go from 0 deals to 1 to 2, be specific. I want to do 37 transactions at a $350,000 price point. I want to sell this many listings. I want to work with this many buyers. I want to work with this many investors. I want to save this much money. I want to make this much investment on my own, right? I want to create this many relationships. In 3 years, I want to do this. Don't be vague about your future, and don't be vague about your offering into the marketplace either. Know your market. Know the specifics, the statistics on what's happening in your community, okay? So don't be vague. And then he also said,
I feel like this is like the back to the basics that we've been.
This is back to the basic stuff. This is back to the basic stuff.
It's all like, it's how,
it's how you build your business. He also said, Nicole,
back to get off.
Here's a basic statement. We've said it 100 times. Know, like, and trust, but on steroids.
Yeah.
Okay. So what can Zillow not do? They can't complete that last mile of people in your community knowing you, liking you, trusting you, because you've built a bigger brand in your community. Video, right? He talked about video he talked about Teams and video. That was like a big
Yeah,
big
everyone's talking
deal.
about video. Yeah.
But do what Seth says. Practice the video every single day. Do a 15-second video every single day. Just upload daily. Upload daily. Don't overthink it. Don't spend an hour on Canva creating the prettiest photo of all time that Instagram says they're not even going to give organic juice to because they're just going to do a video anyways.
I do think, though, that on top of that, it is really important to like you said, to be in your community, though. Like if you're at a restaurant, like you were just talking about it yesterday, like you used to have competitions in the subway line of how many business cards you can get in line.
When I started my career,
that's just as important. I mean, I guarantee you we probably have some agents on this team that do video every day, but aren't actually building a genuine relationship with the people within their community too. So it does take both. You can't just post, hey, I'm a real estate agent, and think that all of a sudden that's going to be enough to actually build your business. Like it's not.
Know, like, and trust on steroids means that you're commenting on more social media posts than you're worried about posting. You should post every day, and then you should be commenting on a whole bunch of posts. In Facebook, you should only be commenting, or not only, but you should always rather be commenting in these private Facebook groups in your community.
Yeah.
If you see a restaurant post something, you should be one of the first ones in that comment
but sure
section.
You're responding too. I mean, if people are commenting on your post, make sure you're responding back, being appreciative, or, hey, I saw you the other day, or whatever. You got to reciprocate. I tell my kids all the time too, I'm like, if someone asks you a question, ask the same question back. Like that's the only way to really, truly, generate. Right.
It's great, and I'm going to be the first one in there in line with all you guys to be one of the first commenters on the next Broke Agent post so that you can create more relationships with agents. But if you're not doing the same thing when the local restaurant posts or the local donut shop or the teacher or the whatever in your community, you're missing a big opportunity for more people to know you, like you, and trust you. And you need to put that on steroids in everything that you do. So those are my Tom Ferry 2021 takeaways. Nicole, what's your favorite one?
Well, I think
what's your favorite?
I think they're all lovely.
You love them all.
I do love them all. I do actually.
You're the biggest Racket.
I am a huge Racket. I mean, I just take it all in there and I put I stew it all in there. But I do think the know, like, trust on steroids it's truly how I feel like I was able to build my business. So
that's right. You did a great job with that.
But back to the basics.
Basic stuff.
I definitely don't video every day, but I'll tell you, I'm chatting quite a bit.
You're a chatter.
I am a chatter.
All right. Racket number 2, Opendoor builds a $9 billion debt war chest to buy U.S. single-family homes. So Opendoor Technologies, Inc. is adding billions of dollars in borrowing capacity as it races to buy and sell more homes. The company, the largest of an emerging group of tech-powered home flippers called iBuyers, entered into an amended mezzanine debt facility with $3 billion debt limit, according to October 4th. Following that move, combined with other recent, has brought them up to the $9 billion mark to go buy homes. Now, Zillow also went out recently and is seeking more than $1 billion in 2 unrated bond offerings to buy more homes as well. That's Opendoor's main competitor, Zillow Group, Inc. So
you did a post the other day on Instagram on your story.
Yeah.
You were looking quarter over quarter and how much it's
quarter over quarter on the flippers, which
yes.
We talked about flipping, I don't know how many episodes back. I think it was 191. Yeah, 191. We talked about Wall Street can't get enough fixer-upper houses. So this is an alignment with that, this article here. Yeah. And I posted, so update on episode 191 quickly. We talked about 2.7% of the homes sold in quarter one. We talked about this on episode 191 was flips.
Right.
Okay. So 2.7%. In quarter two, that number jumped up to 5%.
Huge.
Makes sense because it's a spring market. Flippers are pretty smart people. Some of them. A lot of them. We are. We're pretty smart.
I think we're
Although
smart.
we're flipping in quarter four here.
We're certainly professionals.
So we're definitely professionals. So quarter two, 5%. That was 80,000 homes flipped in quarter two of this year. That was the most in over 10 years in any quarter. So quarter one was one of the lowest.
Yeah.
Quarter two was one of the highest in the last 10 years. Home flips are on the rise, but they're getting more competitive to acquire. One of the reasons they're getting more competitive is
you have this huge debt war chest.
The debt war
I mean,
chest.
look, that's quite a.
Yeah.
I want a debt war chest.
Yeah, right. A $9 billion. Could you
A
buy some
war
homes with that?
I want a war chest.
And it says in here.
It's like when you go to the dentist and you as a kid, remember, and you got to go into like the chest and no.
This is a Bloomberg.
See, yeah.
Bobby's with you. I
you
don't.
get to like pick something out as like a gift.
I don't know what you're talking
and
about.
We went into the war chest.
This is a Bloomberg article, which we will link up. So it gives it room to acquire more than 40,000 homes because that's based off of their $350,000 average price point. So flippers like that price point, maybe $250,000 to $350,000, depending on what market you're in.
Of course.
For acquiring, for buying the home.
Buying.
I mean, if you can get it lower, for sure. But I'm saying in this market, I mean, 200, 250.
Yes, I would.
We got lucky. We picked one up at 200
I wouldn't
for
do
sure.
350 makes me a little nervous.
Yeah, probably depending on what market you're in. Our market, that'd be a little nerve wracking, depending on
you're
the
over
location.
5, over 6 to sell.
So if you're looking in 200,000, 300,000, this price point 350,
which is also where like the first time buyer is looking.
The first time home buyer is also looking there, and they're buying everything. There's multiple offers, and oh by the way, Opendoor is looking in there with $9 billion.
And Zillow
by the way,
is
Zillow
overpaying,
and Redfin, and on and on and on. There's so much competition squeezed into that median price point. Maybe you're gonna, as a flipper, get something that needs a whole bunch of renovation, so you can price it into that 350. I get that, but you just have a ton of competition in these price ranges, and it's only going to get more severe. In fact, going back to the Tom Ferry Summit,
yes,
Tom, and everyone said unequivocally that the next 3 years, the inventory crisis is not going away. Listen.
So we're talking about 24.
Talking about 2, 3, and 4.
22, 23, 24.
22 to 24. The inventory crisis is going nowhere. Why are all these companies opening up more billions of dollars of debt to go buy more single family homes? Why? They believe that the inventory crisis is not going away. They believe that single family homes is going to be a real asset for them over the next few years, and that they're going to be able to sell those at potentially even a higher value. Inventory across the board with real estate economists that know what they're talking about are saying it's not going away. We're not going to see more inventory. So if you're an investor, you got to work even harder to find deals.
Even harder.
You got to go direct to sellers.
And smarter.
You got to be watching the MLS like every hour.
Yeah.
Right? You've got to be maybe doing, if you're a licensed broker, will be the iBuyer and give you multiple options in your marketplace. So $9 billion, not a racket. It's a real number. It's a big number.
It's a war chest.
It is a war chest. We should get a war chest.
I think
here.
I feel
Where's
like
our trophy, by the way, Bobby?
Do we really need it?
Gone.
We need it. I'm sorry. That was episode 100. Our episode 200 is going to be a war chest.
We better just get a war chest style trophy.
That's
can
a professional war chest.
I like our trophy. Okay.
That's not a war chest. That's like, it's like tennis rackets.
That is like when you get the honorable mention. Okay.
Oh,
all right. Marketeer of the week. Does your brokerage need to be a one-stop shop? This is an Inman article. This is in reference to Inman Connect at the end of the month, which is October 26th to the 28th. I know Brad recently sold a company. He's still involved. They didn't invite us, first class, fly us out, have us speak.
Nothing.
No.
I did get an email though, just today. I think just a generic one saying that my
you could buy a ticket.
Yeah, but it's expiring soon. Yeah. My discount's expiring soon.
I think they may hook you up, Nicole. But yeah, Inman, hook us up. Get us up there on stage. Maybe fly us out. Anyways,
I do not want to be on stage.
This is a conversation that they're going to be talking about at Inman Connect in Las Vegas on the 26th or the 28th. I wonder if it's, I know it's in Vegas. I bet you it's at, where'd they do it last time? Begins with an A. Aria. Bet you it's at Aria. Potentially at Aria. Anyways. So Nicole.
Yeah.
In the article, it doesn't give you the answers. This is going to be a discussion. So let's first guess what that discussion is going to look like.
Okay.
What do we think the answers are going to be from industry experts? Does your brokerage need to be a one-stop shop? You go first.
100% needs to be a one-stop shop.
Why?
Well, I think many reasons. I think for the consumer, obviously. But I think that it also is extremely helpful for the agent if it's a one-stop shop. I think for them to understand products, for them to understand, I think real estate as a whole, if it comes to like mortgages or moving or insurance, I think that it double ends it for the consumer, for it to be an easy flow, but also for the agent too, where they're not having to pull from multiple spots in order to provide, the best service. I think that it's, I think it's imperative. And I think most are one-stop shops at this point.
Well, I think most are working towards becoming. They're seeing that trend. The big ones, right? Yeah. You've got some boutiques. I mean, I saw an article recently on Inman that said, is the indie broker dead? Yeah, I think it is. I mean, I really honestly do. I think that small little indie broker is dead. The bigger brokerages are going to get bigger. The bigger teams are going to get bigger.
Well, I think a lot of those indie brokerages, though, we're seeing even just right here in our own town here. I mean, joining with Compass. Right. I mean, they're seeing the writing on the wall as well. Yeah.
Well, that was a good move for them.
That was, yeah.
But I think they're all moving towards one-stop shop. I absolutely think it's the right decision. What I said earlier in the show, Gary Vaynerchuk and not or. Right. And we have a like our William Ravis, number 9 brokerage in the entire country, number 1 family-owned brokerage on the East Coast. No Wall Street money, but behind this company, it's an amazing company. They're doing the same thing. Ravis Purchase. We can buy the home. Yep. We can hold the home. We can buy your next home. We can refresh your home. Ravis Refresh. Yep. A lot of other companies are doing something similar to that. But
we also have mortgage. We have insurance.
Absolutely. Having all the options on the ancillary products for sure. Yeah. And then also assisting teams. Like everything that they're building out and have built out, and that, again, other brokerages in the comments, what brokerage are you from? What type of one-stop shopping are they offering? Love to hear from you in the comments. On that.
Again, I do think
it's the right decision.
For sure. I mean, the amount of times even within our team on our Slack channel, I have someone that needs to sell. They found a house that they want. What are my options? And again, maybe the Ravis option is not going to work, but it's at least an option that they can provide where then now your client is trusting you even more.
What do we keep saying about, I don't know, the last however many shows? Like, you want to go to a listing appointment and say, yeah, we can give you this offer from our team. By the way, our brokerage has this kind of offer to buy your house. By the way, we can list on the traditional market for this, and here's the 3 pricing options that you can do. Like presenting somebody 5, 6, 7 options that fit their scenario, their lifestyle, what their next goal is smart business.
Very smart, yeah.
Okay?
Yep.
That's the Marketeer.
Even the refresh thing too. I feel like I need to go talk to Allison.
Side note, Marketeer.
Yeah.
Go check out.
Lee Bar. Is that what you're talking about?
Oh, you could do that. I mean, that's like tooting our own horn.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that's where you were going with it.
Yeah, you can go to One & Company.
What's the sidebar?
That video, is that up on One & Company?
Yes.
All right. Yeah. So you can go to One & Company and check out that listing video. It's a Seinfeld spoof, and then the home tour. I love what we're doing there, because you're engaged. Like I'm engaged watching the spoof, and then I get the home tour at the end instead of just going right into a home tour that's boring.
Well, and you get to know the agents a little bit. Get
to know the agents.
Mean, Lee and Chaz are amazing.
But go check out Dan O'Neill's recent Instagram video. I think it's actually on the O'Neill team. He's out of Long Island, but you could probably find his team from, if you're following him on Instagram, however you would find that. Anyways, Dan O'Neill did a video on a squatter. Did you watch that one? So he did a video.
Sorry, Dan.
Literally, one of his clients had a squatter, and they did a 1-minute video interviewing him on the street, in front of the house on the street, about the squatter, about how much money this person who is working every day, owns a landscaping company, getting up, going to work every single day, and hasn't paid the $3,500 times 24 months. It was a real, authentic story. I loved it, Dan. That's you being there for your clients. Like, if I'm in that community, I'm like, I want to work with that dude. He's sticking up for his clients. I can trust a dude like that. Now, he may not pick up the tenant when they move out.
No.
But awesome video. Check that one out.
I'm going to have to watch it.
All right. If you love this content, please consider subscribing on YouTube. If you're listening on Apple, love a 5-star review from you there, or in any type of review.
If you're a professional, drop us a P.
If you're a professional, Drop a P in the comments.
P is the letter of the day.
All cap P in the comments. Appreciate you guys. We'll see you here next time.
See ya.
Keep it real.
Oh,